our podcast. What's going on? My name is Chase, and I am here with
D. Smith, your financial coach.
How your day been?
It's been all right. Tired, long. Feel like I've been grinding week after week after week. But
Do you need rest? You're always telling me get some rest.
I know, right? I do need rest. I do. I'm gonna definitely get some Saturday.
You gonna sleep all day?
No, not all day, because I got a meeting at 2. But I'm going to sleep in.
You gonna sleep in?
Yeah, sleep in.
How's everybody out there? Y'all let me know how y'all day is going. And it's pretty much like I'm back on the road 21 days straight. And last time we did it was my first week at my new job, JP Hunt. So you said one podcast a month. Do you still like the schedule?
I do, yeah. I might be getting picked up, picking up some business and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into what we got going on,
Okay.
let's talk about our what we admire about each other.
Of course.
So, y'all, I'm just, so I was thinking about this at work earlier today, and I shouldn't be saying this, but I was watching Netflix, and I was watching this movie about 3 moms going into the city to see their sons.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just talking about how each one of the sons, how they did them on Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
One son didn't even think about her, didn't even call or nothing on Mother's Day. Another one texts Happy Mother's Day. I know what that's about. And the third one, I can't remember what he did. But anyway, the black mom was asking her son, can you think about 10 things you love about me? You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, we don't communicate no more. I call you, this, that, and the other. But anyway, one of the things that I admire about you is that you always respect, me. And you, 24?
Mm-hmm.
Just let you know how old, how old you get when you start losing your kids' age. You still call it respect. You call them and ask, could you have somebody to come eat at the house or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was like, that was so sweet. So I really thank you for that. I admire that about you, still being respectful when some kids feel like they don't.
I admire about you the joy that you still get in others. So it's like, let me see, I'm trying to see. Say if you had a down day, but if somebody came to you with good news, you will like instantly feel that joy. Like you were going to and want to know more and stuff like that. Sometimes my nonchalantness, my face doesn't give it, but I like that about somebody and want to know more, but nobody can really notice it. But I do like how you your action shows it with your facial expression, facial emotions, something like that. Because it's like, it's just, you get to see it, but I guess when I see myself in the mirror, it's like I genuinely care and happy for him, but I might just be like, yeah, tell me more, what else you do?
Yeah.
And somebody was like, well, why you so nonchalant about it? I was like, that is not me.
Right.
But I do like how you find that joy and make someone feels like, oh snap, you feel it, you feel what I'm feeling. So you're able to what's the word? You are able to reciprocate that same facial emotion that somebody is giving you. I admire that about you. Because I just remember being younger, turning everything into joy. So it's like no matter what was going on, you kind of made an excitement, made it exciting to me, which made me more happy. So that's how I internalized that.
Cool. Well, thank you.
In today's video, I wanted to talk to us about trauma and gift giving. I was thinking about this on the road, and I wrote it down, my phone in there, but kind of remember the topics. And I was just really thinking like, I remember the time of why I started doing it, but I wanted to dig a little deeper of why I don't really like gift giving or anyone to give me gifts. And I would like your opinion on it. So I think I don't just like that feeling of knowing just because you gave me a gift, that entitlement of feeling, hey, I just bought you something, I can take something away. So to cancel out that conversation, something that I know you can't take away is the amount of time you spent with me. And even though I don't put too much value in words, if somebody say like, dang, I should never came here, I can take that, but it's just the process of knowing, this is how deep it goes. The process of knowing that you get up every day to go get your money for work. You have to plan and schedule where you're going to be spending your money at. And you thought that I would like this. So you figured out a way how I'm going to pay for this for Chase. And then Chase might do something that he may made a mistake on, but your reaction, you reacted by saying, I should never have bought you this, and I'm gonna take it back. I guess this just come from kids. Yeah, we might been behaving bad, but just hearing those words hurt more than when I was a kid. And when I got older, just the gift giving, and of course you don't get in trouble as much, but it's just that same thought of knowing that, what if I just do something bad and you just say that? Even though it won't happen, but it's just that trigger of knowing that it comes with entitlement that I bought you something. So I think I just don't like the gift giving anymore. Because I know it comes with entitlement. And now that I done got older, I don't really care, like, the things. That's why I still respect other people, or I'm being mindful of what other people got going on, and I look at what's mine versus what's yours. Because I still treat it as, now I treat it as I just don't live here. I'm only renting here because I know I'm going to leave out. So in order to make the process easier and smooth on me, respect it just like I was when I was a kid. Even though I can move and let you know what's going on, certain things, yeah, I have to ask for. Just because I don't know what you are okay with and what you are cool with. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's okay. Even though those are the same words, but I know those two different meanings of, oh, you didn't have to ask me that. Or, well, thank you for asking. But now I just look at things a little bit deeper, and I just realize, okay, do I want to go down this rabbit hole, or do I want to just ask and get my clear-cut answer and just don't deal with the rest? So now I just go straight to my clear-cut answer, ask a question, and think about the conversations we had. Okay, this is what you like. Okay, bet. I'm just going to play off of your criteria of what you require. So now I done pretty much got into, I ask so many questions about a person to see what are their requirements, boundaries, standards. So sometimes people can be a little bit they gotta be a little bit extra careful what they tell me, because I make sure that when I ask you this question, I was trying to see what I could do and what I couldn't do. Mm-hmm. And if I made a mistake, I genuinely made a mistake because I didn't know that, because I asked so many questions about this to make sure I didn't offend somebody. It's really like no a good opinion on it, but it's just like it just goes that deep.
And so always you feel a certain way.
I don't like entitlement. I just don't like when others are entitled just because they did something and they didn't genuinely do it. The take back is like, well, here you go. Like, if you didn't genuinely want to give me something and you genuinely didn't think I would appreciate it, why did you give it to me? Or if you felt like, oh, I'm ungrateful, why did you give it to me? Why even let those words come out your mouth if you felt like there was going to...
So what happened? Something happened?
No. I guess 16 and up is just like, okay, once I started learning about what holidays was and stuff like that, it just kind of built up. I don't want no gifts. Even though I have to learn to accept gifts, because people just like giving gifts. But
well, like when I asked you the very first time about that, you said that the holidays were just made for you to spend your money.
Correct. Right? And it added on. But now I realize what's the deeper layer of why I don't like gift giving.
Because of the entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you going to do differently with your kids?
I haven't made it to that point. I think whoever my wife or woman going to be, it's probably going to be a compromise there, because I've been through that process, but I know the things that I'm going to instill in my kids is probably just going to be who I am today. Look at things as, yeah, you can live in a fantasy world. Now think about what can you do in a reality world to make that fantasy come true. And that's pretty much it. That's what type of grandkids you're going to have. Granny, I want to go do this. I want to go stand on top of this. Well, you can't do that. Well, my dad, your dad not here. Well, it's going to be one of those type of kids.
You think so?
Because if they able to display what they see, then it's like, okay, well, you show me that. Well, let me take this. Take this, take this, take this, and I'm going to put this together. Look, I just did it. And you like, oh, stop. Because I'm learning as we get older, they have different tools that's created for them to use for their time. Because they're always updating the system of, they might call it a different name, or they might use a different element, material element, but to them it's a totally new term. And new things are always getting pushed onto the younger generation to add more confusion to the translation from generations. Because what you might say pocketbook, or you learn pocketbook, but I have wallet, but you know wallet. So they might call it fanny pack
digital,
or digital dollars. Now it's like, oh, I can scan this. Mm-hmm. But if you don't adjust and get over the times, then you feel a little outdated. But learning from someone younger and understand, hey, what do that mean? Oh, where you learn that? Okay. And then when you go look at it, you start realizing that's what's going on in their world. And that's something that I just pick up on as I see as once I hit 18, it really didn't matter about me. It's about my little cousins, kids, and stuff like that. So now, just been shifting. What can I do to showcase? There's different ways, and there's new ways to do different things to become independent. Instead of you this type of person, so you believe all these values. Instead of you pick your opinion from this, you get your opinion from this or perspective from this, then you form your own opinion, and now you have two different sources to cite whatever that you want to speak, instead of just saying, well, this person such and such, and just go based off of your words and what you read and your perspective, but you're able to cite what you read. So that's something that I'm going to pass down, but also I would like to showcase that, because even though I have my way, it's really my way because it didn't come from one source, and I agree with all those terms.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's just been a lot of deep thinking and internalizing and what's deeper, why. So it's been a lot of why questions. Just want to know why. And entitlement is something that I just don't like. Because, like, even though I'm your son, but what does that really mean? If I don't ask questions when I'm curious, yeah, you able to give me, and I'm able to give you unconditional love, but what does that mean?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how deeper it could go. I don't know.
Because even though we might fall off, oh, that's still my son, I'm saying more. But if I'm not here to keep that bond close, that unconditional can become conditional.
Yeah, I feel you.
And then when it's conditioned, you want to know what happened. Instead of figuring out what happened, you try new things and implement new different ways to keep the bond unconditional.
You feel like our bond is being done that way?
What, moving condition? No.
Oh.
Do you feel? No, I only asked that question because it was an example.
Oh. I'm just trying to understand, but I'm sleepy too. But yeah, I'm just making sure. I'm like you. I ask questions too, just to make sure that we okay.
Yeah, we're okay.
Oh, okay.
You have anything on your mind?
I don't. I was just making sure that we was okay. Cause But you going deep thinking, and deeper than you normally go.
Yeah, it's just the emotional welfare that's going on right now, and we're being tricked. So, in order to not fall into the tricks, internalizing of who you are, and not losing yourself while being tricked, because what's going to happen is what's about to happen each year. Holidays about to come. Promotion about to happen. They want you to survive off of 1,200 this whole time for 7 months. Something is going to happen, and someone is going to use their social platform and provoke what's going to happen these last couple months in 2020, and it's going to cause a shift, and making sure that you're not on the wrong shift. You have to internalize who you are, so you won't lose yourself going into 2021, because it would definitely be another repeat, because whatever happened this year, if you wasn't the person that you wanted to be this year and you let the trick you, now you're going to be playing catch up off of a year when you wanted that year to be your year. So it would be basically like if you wasn't doing what you was wanting to do day by day, you let 365 days go to waste. And that's something that you can't get back because you were just living through it instead of planning and becoming better. Because even though you are okay physically, what are you mentally, emotionally? What are you spiritually? What are you trying to do different to make sure that you are evolving on a day-to-day? Are you listening to the signs that God throw out? Are you on your path, on your purpose? Is this something that you want to experience, something you didn't want to experience? What are you saying no to? What are you saying yes to? What are you listening to? What are you not listening to? So it just...
Yeah, that's deep thinking. But I agree with you. During this time, and I'm not sure how podcast works. So, does it have the year and stuff when we talk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so during this time we're in this COVID-19, and I don't know if I told you this before or not, but when we did that payroll audit, and I told you how afraid I was when I very start doing this bookkeeping stuff. I'm glad I didn't, stuck with it. It's been busy though, trying to manage my time, work, and being at home and all this stuff, juggling all this stuff. Now we're back at work, wearing masks as our daily life. So this right here is, we should be having masks on just to show the people at this point in time how this is our new norm. But me just growing as a bookkeeper, learning things in my business and stuff, it's been exciting. The taxes that I'm doing as well, has been exciting. But definitely keep me busy. And you made a good point about your sinuses, because I'm dealing with sinuses now, and how you don't be bothered, because usually when I'm down with it, you're down with it too. And I noticed that, and I was like, and I hadn't been sick in a minute, but all this stuff being busy, so hopefully I'm seeing myself to be better in 2021, just gradually doing this. So I got some more bookkeeping things coming up too. Like I said, I got an appointment Saturday. We first started at 2.
And something to keep in mind, even whatever happened Sunday, whatever's just going to happen Sunday, what your normal immune system is supposed to do by wearing masks is stop certain things from evolving. That's what gives off on the test. When something is low, it's going to indicate, oh, you have this. Don't be tricked by it. But even though once you have it, they say you have it, and your mind go this, that's a trick. Because this is when normally flu season happens. So that's the trick. A lot of people is about to get tricked. They're going to blame it on the summer. But this is what normally happens around fall. Flu season is supposed to happen.
And when did COVID? March?
It's supposed to. That's the trick.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That's the trick.
Yeah.
The cases is fluctuated to scare. But look at the deaths. It's the same amount of deaths that happen during flu season. Don't fall for the trick. It's going to be hard, but don't let your mind go. Because how human beings work, we need other people, bacteria, to be great. If we don't have bacteria, fungus, and stuff like that, our bodies become infected and poisoned. Because if you read the labels from disinfectant spray and bleach and wipes, it's harming and poisoning your body. The more you think it's clean, no, you poison yourself.
Yeah.
So that's the trick. That's how pharmaceutical is the number one in the world.
Yeah.
Because it's a trick.
Makes sense. That's why people don't do vaccination and stuff. They're not doing nothing but injecting. Yeah.
But of course, it get tricky with jobs. So now you forced with the ultimatum. If you don't have income outside of work, you have to rely on that. So you have to do whatever you got to do. But I don't know what you're gonna do, but I know I'm gonna do it if they enforce it. I'm going to take the risk and not have a job because I'm not taking it.
Taking the
whatever that they want everybody to take.
The flu shot.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's sure what they saying. Get your flu shot.
So I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
And everything that I'm not gonna be allowed in if you don't have it, just because that's what the power is getting. I'm just making sure that camera cuts off in 30 minutes.
Wow.
The power of if you can prove that you got tested or not is going to force a small percentage of people that don't want to take it outside to push them to go take it. And that's another trick. Get the masses to pounce on you what you know was right and what's wrong and make them feel that way. Then it becomes the majority vote. And that's how things works in this capitalistic world. Based off the majority add pressure, you fall into the pressure, now you just got tricked.
That makes sense.
It happens every 4 years. Now that's just been the longest this has been the longest time because they've been able to control it, because now if you have everybody from 80 to 11 thinking this way, and everybody that's outside, we're going to keep giving emotional welfare, make it hard for them to live normal until they just give in. And just wait. Once we get a president, watch how everything disappears. It happens.
And why do you think we don't see it every 4 years?
Because we
fall into the majority.
Family, you have the things that you got going on in your world. You have your own ideals and likes and dislikes, and when it's thrown off, you can't get accustomed to what you do every day. So now you start being worried, and once you're in a worried state of mind, you don't think straight. Your critical thinking skills decrease, because now you want to be informed to get back to your normal life instead of focus on the trick. And depending on what side you on, red or blue, yeah, you're going to see everybody that agree with it, but what are they doing? Are they just doing all talk? But what are they doing behind the scenes? If you don't know, you're going to get trapped into social gatherings besides planning gatherings. You can talk about it all day, but you're not actively doing nothing. You're making other people, okay, what is the best way to make sure your idea get put on here and I can make money off of here? So the more you post without planning with the profit, you are making that company money by the more posts you add. It's all a trick.
All a trick, yeah.
You want to keep it at 30 minutes or you want to go some more?
Nah, mama.
Yeah, I know you're tired.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. We'll see y'all in another video. Mother is out. That was so weird. Mother is out. Chase is out. We're going to let the camera. We got 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.